Good evening. Please be aware that we have a new public video and photography section. I think it's still located in that back corner of this room. We have it marked with a sign. If anyone would like to record, you can do so from there or from your seat. We ask that you please do not come up to the podium to record a speaker. Also, a reminder of norms of respectful behavior. Use respectful language. Be respectful to all speakers. Do not cause disruptions. Adhere to time limits. And we will begin at this time, and we call this meeting to order at 6:05. Do a roll call. Nancy Fifona. Eleanor Evans. Here. Mike Blessing. Here. Stacy Deegan. And myself. Thank you. We will now go to the Pledge of Allegiance. All please stand. As far as reporting out of closed session, so no action was taken during closed session. At this point in time, we will now invite our student representatives. We will begin with Emma Davis from Surfside.
Psychology and plans to spirit and creative educational activities shared by students and staff alike. Surfside is currently preparing for our annual holiday pop-up shop. Students will be able to shop with their loved ones to provide a special holiday gift for them. Thanks to Coach Andrade for running this very special event. If you would like to donate, please contact our school. Thank you.
Next, we will have Madden Hughes from El Camino High School.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you to the board president, Dr. Alvarez, and the rest of the board members, to Superintendent Dr. Vitale and her executive staff, and all who are present in this event, and for giving me the time to speak. My name is Madden Hughes, and I'm the mascot and student representative from El Camino tonight. Students shown to be annotating and collaborating in Mr. Roder's math class, and others are working during their tutorial small groups in their AVID classes. ECHS Marine Corps JROTC candidates do physical training and learn leadership skills during school. They participated in Camp Pendleton's cake cutting ceremony celebrating the 248th birthday of the Marines. Thank you to PALS students for promoting Red Ribbon Week, an annual catalyst to show intolerance for drugs in our schools. Assets. The After School Safety and Enrichment for Teens ACE Mentors Program. One of the mentors is the project foreman for the $80 million Frontway Arena right up the street from El Camino. Congratulations to our football team who beat Cathedral Catholic this past Friday night. And we are going to the CIS semifinals this Friday at Michigan. Boys water polo won their playoff game against Mira Mesa 14-6. Congratulations to our boys and girls cross-country teams who both won the league CIF championships. El Camino was recently named to the AP Honor Roll. The AP School Honor Roll recognizes students that have done outstanding work to welcome more students into AP courses and support them on their path to college success. In college culture category, we're 1% away from meeting the silver criteria. In college credit category, we're 1% away from meeting the gold criteria. And in college optimization category, we're 2% away from meeting the platinum criteria. And this completes my presentation. Thank you for giving me the time and opportunity to speak with you. Thank you.
We will next have Presley Riddle from Oceanside High School.
Good evening, Board President Dr. Alvarez, Superintendent Dr. Vitale, and board members. My name is Presley Riddle, ASB President at Oceanside High School, here to represent Oceanside High School. month. In our Performing Arts Center, there was an annual spectacular where our drama part players and our show choir staff showcased their work. Seniors met with Jostens here to talk about graduation gear and cap and gowns. Our Hope Academy held the blood drive. Red Ribbon Week. We celebrated Red Ribbon Week with a Spirit Week hosted by PALS, as well as having some work opportunities come to our student bodies such as Legoland. CTE. Our CTE pathways have been working hard. We were able to see all their hard work at their Halloween exhibit. Our Wellness Center. Our brand new Student Wellness Center opened its doors last month. It provides a safe space for all students where they can be supplied with food, clothes, and counseling at no cost. To meet their needs. Our Avid class welcomed OHS alumni and Hall of Fame recipient, class of 1966, Mr. Warren Mobley. Homecoming. On October 13th, we hosted the Vista Panthers at John Carroll Stadium for some Friday Night Lights football. We crowned our homecoming royalty, King George Noah and Queen Taylor Armstrong. The following day, we hosted homecoming in the Willie Mall Food Gym from 7 to 10 p.m. Getting signed for Police Team Report gives the opportunity to host a live alarm clock night rally, starting as early as 7 a.m. with performances by cheer, band, drumline, sound waves, and games by ASB. Freshmen have been hard at work creating their 10-year plan, learning about finances, housing, and the overall cost of living. Study Sing in English, where students use their creative side and build more games. OHS congratulations. Awards, Principal's Honor Roll, 586. Honor Roll, 326. And perfect attendance to 80 students. Our Parents of the Month were Grade 9, Kira Counts, Grade 10, Samantha Reyes Rodriguez, Grade 11, Sophia Montenegro Estrada, and Grade 12, Pedro Castaneda Oliveira. Teachers were also earned recognition for their pirate core values. OHS Recognition Assembly, recognizing all our pirates and their achievements during this assembly included perfect attendance and all the above awards. Students came together to create the Day of the Dead Ofrenda to celebrate Dia de Muertos Muertos. Our upcoming events are San Diego State Girls Volleyball Tournament, Winter Sports Pep Rally, Pirate Companies and Foundations Collaboration, Winter Choir and Band Concert. Thank you all. Have a great night.
At this time, I'll move for approval of the agenda. I'll call for a vote. Do I hear a motion to approve item 2E, the agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second. I have a first and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. We'll now move to board report. Superintendent report, please.
Yes, Board, I have just a couple of things I want to share this evening. We're very excited to attend the OHS Hall of Fame ceremony on October 14th for the 2023 inductees. Dr. Cynthia Glover Woods, class of 85, Kate Overjack, class of 93, Kristen Jones, class of 2000, Warren Mobley, class of 1966, Michael Palmer, class of 1968, and Thomas Bussey, class of 1966. It's always a wonderful ceremony to recognize the contributions that people made after they graduated from high school. And I just want to make everybody aware that we have a graduate from last year from El Camino High School, Marley Wright, who is currently Miss Teen for California, and she is going on to compete for Miss America Teen that happens in January. Marley is the daughter of Kenny Wright, who is the principal of MLK. And with this opportunity, Marley was offered more than $1 million in scholarship opportunities. She is currently attending the University of San Diego in their honors program and is considering a double major in political science and biology. We are very proud of you, Marley, and we wish you the best of luck for Miss Teen America, and congratulations. We're very proud of you.
This person on the board report, Mike, blessing, please.
give my report to Ann. Just briefly attended a couple of those El Camino ball games, football games. They were great. The fireworks were also excellent at their homecoming last one. And the Oceanside girls volleyball team is playing tonight for Thank you all for being here.
Thank you. Nancy Lacona?
No report.
Thank you. Ms. Evans, please.
I gave my report to Mrs. Gibbons, but I do want to wish everyone a blissful holiday, and for all of us, we really need to be thankful this year. We've accomplished a lot, and I'm just thankful personally.
Thank you. Stacey? Just for myself, I'd like to celebrate one first of our military. We were able to go to the cake cutting ceremony, and I want to thank for those that are part of our staff that are retired military, active military, because we do have some staff that are active currently and retired. So I want to thank you and applaud you all for your service, and thank you for your family and for the time that you give in our country. With that, we were able to go to the cake cutting ceremony, a couple of myself and the board members on the military base, and to see the celebration and just to see the amazing transition of just the military and what it's done for here and here in Oceanside even. I was able to even go to the cake celebration at OHS and just to see the students be proud of the services that the servicemen and women that were able to come to that. So thank you, and I want to take this time also to celebrate our Oceanside High School golf team. Danielle Bertino, Leah Nance, Cassidy Stevens, Emma Brown, Maggie McMahon, and Layla Klein Hernandez. Will you all please come forward? We want to, there's a couple of reasons why. Our girls have done outstanding. They went with an undefeated record this year. And academically, when we look at everything, for me, like I look at academics as everything with our kids. And they have done amazing. They've strived. A lot of our students are actually not just one sport, but they're multiple sport athletes. So they keep up with all their sports and their academics and still go on and achieve an amazing record. So I want to just bring them on in front of all and each and every one of you and applaud them because they're here to show like they are amazing. They have worked hard this year. And so congratulations to each and every one of you because you all did amazing. We are just so proud of you. Thank you. Thank you. And so they now have their junior varsity team, who has done amazing. So we have Ruby Jones, Anaya Davis, Hayden McDermott, Emily Mesa, Natalia McGarrett, Strong, and Adriana Durham. And we have Coach Ramoni Taylor, Coach Sai Gapuli, and Coach August Ortiz. Do we have the JV team here?
Love you, Naya. Good job, girls.
Again, undefeated as well. They have worked tremendously hard as well. Their academics, just again, stellar. I can honestly say in our district, our teachers, our staff, you have all done amazing to continue to push, not to push, but to support our students academically, athletically, with their sports and everything that they do. Because again, they're not just one sport athletes. Some of them are multiple. And so the coaches, for all that you do, because you make sure that academics are first and then the athletics are second. So I just want to thank you all for all of you that are in this room, because again, it's because of you all supporting our students and being there. Just another thing, to the support of Oceanside High School, we did have the grand opening for the Wellness Center at Oceanside High School, and that has been an amazing space for students to be able to come, refresh, regroup, and get back into their classrooms. And so, as we have support in those spaces for our students to be able to have food or just that moment of just getting something nutritious to get back into the classroom, or if there was a clothing need or food need at home, and we're able to supply those needs at the high school level. So just know that those support services are there, not just for our students, but for our families. So I want to thank Dr. Gary Heath for having that center at Oceanside High School, and as we prepare to move that into other high schools. It's just a great space for our students to have. And at this point, we will move forward with 3C, 2024 CSBA Delegate Assembly Election. Staff presentation, please.
Yes, Board, it's recommended that the Board of Education determine trustee support of a candidate for the California School Board Association Region 17 Delegate Assembly. So nominations are open.
I would nominate Eleanor Evans. She's shown great purpose in doing this for us in the past, and she will continue to do great work.
Nomination of Eleanor Evans, do I hear a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Eleanor Evans is our nominee. So good luck in Delegate Assembly, Eleanor.
This time we will move forward to 3D for ODA, Oceanside Teachers Association.
Good evening, President Alvarez, trustees, cabinets, Dr. Vitale, colleagues. Thank you so much for being here. You guys are awesome, and 100%. So, as you may see, some of my colleagues have joined me tonight, and I want to take a moment, like I said, to thank them. Lately, our members have been sharing photos of themselves, standing together in a show of solidarity, not only with each other, but also with their bargaining team and their association. They've been standing together because they see other teachers standing together and securing agreements that better not only their lives, but also the lives of their students. And you might think I'm talking about our union brethren, UTLA, Oakland, Fresno, Portland, but I'm not. I'm talking about local districts who have secured better settlements and compensation packages than we have. I'd like to show you who is here standing together. Adult Transition Program. Chavez Middle School. Del Rio Elementary School. The formatting went really crazy. I don't even know who that is. El Camino High School. Doggone Google slides. Woodstock Elementary School. Ivy Ranch Elementary School. Jefferson Middle School. Laurel Elementary School. Libby Elementary School. Lincoln Middle School. Martin Luther King Middle School. McAuliffe Elementary School. Mission Elementary School. Nichols Elementary School. North Terrace School. Oceanside High School. Pablo Top School of the Arts. Palmquist Elementary School. Santa Margarita School. South Oceanside Elementary School. Stuart Mesa School. The hot dog. I'm sorry. Surfside Academy High School. No, wait, I'm not done. I'm going to leave it there, but you know I'm not done. Previous to this cabinet and this board, we had a board, some of whom might even be here tonight, during which their administrations, we had some grave concerns and had some questionable, or they had some questionable spending and decision making. I'm going to be honest. Fortunately, we don't have those concerns now. Our concerns now are instead about being prioritized with your spending. We want to be the first priority for how your money is spent. The people who prioritize the students and families of this district should not have to come to you with their hat in their hands and wait for what's left over.
That's right.
We don't disagree that the money is there. We disagree with what the priorities are for spending that money. And we are all in this together. And these teachers behind me and beside of me, they're struggling. They are struggling because their paycheck hasn't kept up with the cost of living increases in this area. They are struggling with severe behaviors in their classroom and not enough personnel. To go around. They are struggling because they are trying to implement new curriculum with a serious deficiency in prep time and collaboration time with their colleagues. They are struggling, so I'm struggling. These people need to be treated as a a priority and not someone who gets the crumbs left over after other decisions that this board makes. Because when we are struggling, the whole district struggles. In parting, I want to remind you that just like the teachers behind me, I'm invested in this district. They're invested in this district. We're just asking the board to invest in us as a priority. Thanks for your time.
Disposal of instructional materials on the agenda. I can't say I know what benchmark consumables are, but given the recently released SBAC results that show barely 40% of our kids proficient in English and a miserable 29% proficient in math, I assume we're getting rid of some things related to old-fashioned academic instruction since we don't use them. I'm glad to see OUSD has been awarded a WIA grant to support CTE programs. Not only are CTE programs something we should all support, But of course, having a grant will also help us cover giving millions of dollars to employees as bonus raises. Continuing on, I see we're applying for continued funding for the preschool program. Another excellent use of education funding. I'm sure that will allow us to cover up the fact that we're taking other funding from 4 or 5-year-olds to give to adults. Ditto for fundraising. I can't imagine how we live without it, given the district has historically prioritized more money for adults over funding to help teachers keep their classrooms supplied or fund special activities in schools. We, of course, know what the priorities are, as we just heard. Glad to see farther down we're going to be updating our non-discrimination policy. Sounds good to me, but I'm missing something. I don't see anything in this policy preventing the district from discriminating against parents in this meeting, which they obviously do, given the fact that we just saw a 5-minute presentation with slides from the labor group, but of course parents are not allowed to do that, are they? So it looks like Mike got his wish. He and the rest of the board no longer have to listen to nearly as much significant, repetitive, invective voice ad infinitum. Do you? Thanks.
Thank you.
Good evening, board. I've been here for a while, so I'm glad to be back here. It was nice to do that, to recognize the golf team from OHS. OHS is a school near the heart, and that's awesome. For the owner report, the schools, all those schools, all the schools represented. It would be nice to see Reynolds there. I'll just keep that comment to myself. And the main thing I'll talk to you about is the approval, is item B, approval of conference attendance for NSBA and conference, coast-to-coast conference. I would recommend if that needs to be attended, if those conferences and events need to be attended, maybe instead of sending the superintendent and 2, just send the superintendent and 1, or just send the superintendent or send 1 board member to cut down on the cost. I just did a rough lookup or a rough search and the registration costs alone, not including hotels, flights, per diem, all that other stuff, the registration fee themselves could be enough to cover us getting KOCT back here to record these sessions, to record these meetings so that we can see them. I've been away for the last 4 months and I haven't been able to watch it. It's disturbing. I want to keep up with what's going on in this board, with what's going on in the brass here in Oceanside Unified School District. It's important to me because my kids are here. And I have 3 souls that I'm invested in at your schools. Just like all you have, or just I know some of you have schools or students in these schools. It's imperative that information be put out there to the public. Right now, the public is blinded because you guys are allowing this not to happen. So please consider this. Consider cutting down the cost. Consider opening up KOCT to come open those doors so KOCT can come to these. It's imperative. It's important. And it sounds like you have a bunch of mad teachers. Well, you also have a bunch of mad parents. So if the teachers and the parents are being mad at you, it doesn't sound like you guys are making the right decisions. Thank you.
Thank you. Could call for the vote. Do I hear a motion to approve general consent items?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
I have a first and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. 6A, approve a resolution number 16/2324, authorizing procurement of design building services and contract for the Jefferson Middle School modernization project. Staff presentation, please.
Thank you, President Alvarez. Dr. Vitale, I did want to go back to general consent. We had a change with one of the vehicles.
Yes.
Thank you, it was item 5B.
My apologies, Andy, I thought that was on the next item. Or we had an update on the general consent item. Andy, you want to say what the item was, and it's a decrease in the cost, and we just wanted that noted in the minutes. So Andy, morning, we'll make you aware of which item, what the savings is, and then we'll just need you to make a motion in second and then vote, please.
Thank you, Dr. Vitale. We're purchasing a truck for our electrician. We were purchasing it for the amount of $63,140. We were able to locate another truck for a reduced amount of $57,506.27. So we're still going to be purchasing 2 trucks, but the second truck is going to be for a less amount.
Perfect, thank you. Again, then with the correction of, what item was that, 5U? 5U. So it's a correction of item 5U, and a correction of the amount to now get an approval for consent items. All those in favor say aye.
Let's do it in first.
Do you want to do the first and second on just this one? On 5U?
Motion to approve.
Second.
So first and a second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, then we will then move forward to 6A, that's okay. We're good?
Thank you. Yep. This is for approval of resolution number 16, authorizing the procurement of a design build services and contract for the Jefferson Middle School modernization project. The district has been working with the Jefferson staff, CCM Moss, and architect HPI to design and construct a new and modern learning facility for Jefferson students and staff. District staff has reviewed potential construction delivery methods for the project, including the traditional design bid build, as well as the design build approach as authorized by the design build statute. Staff has concluded that using the design build delivery method offers potential advantages to the district. Based on this assessment, district staff members are now seeking the board's approval for the district to employ the design build method for the project and the adoption of the design build conflict of interest guidelines. As you will recall, the board was previously presented with this information at the September 26th workshop and that directed staff to move forward with this methodology. We anticipate construction to be completed in the summer/fall of 2026.
Perfect. Thank you. Any questions for staff?
No, I'm just really excited about this project moving forward. You said construction is scheduled to be completed, again, say the name again, Andy?
Summer/fall 2026, this method does move up our timeline by 4 to 6 months.
Excellent, all right. I'll move approval if there's no other questions.
I'll second.
So first and a second, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Thank you.
Very excited about the gym going in to serve the east side neighborhood as well.
We'll move on to 7, policy development. A, approval revision of board policy 5145.3, non-discrimination/harassment. Staff presentation, please.
Thank you, President Alvarez. This board policy is an update from CSBA, which includes an update from Assembly Bill 1078 to reflect that we require the district policy prohibiting discrimination, harassment, and intimidation, and bullying to include a statement that the policy applies to all acts of the governing board and superintendent enacting policies and procedures that govern the district. We recommend that the Board of Education approve the revision of BP 5145.3, non-discrimination and harassment, to reflect the new updated laws.
Thank you. Any questions for staff? I'll call for the vote. Do I hear a motion to approve? Item 7A.
I'll second.
I have a first and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Move to 7B, approval revision of board policy 5145.6, parent guardian notifications. Staff presentation, please.
Thank you, President Alvarez. BP 514.6, parent guardian notifications, have been updated to reflect healthcare services policy and procedures, which requires us to develop a plan for alternative formatting requirements for individuals with disabilities to enable individuals with speech, vision, and hearing disabilities to effectively communicate and participate in the Medi-Cal program. This reflects new, updated Assembly Bill laws.
Perfect, thank you. Any questions for staff? We'll call for the vote. Looking for a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
I have a first and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. 7C, adoption board policy 5141.6, school health services.
Thank you once again. This is an update that addresses the unique position of districts to increase health equity and the utilization of telehealth as a method to deliver healthcare services in schools. The policy also provides for preventative programming and intervention strategies as types of health services to be provided by districts. We recommend that the Board of Education adopt Board Policy Update 5141.6, School Health Services.
Thank you. Any questions for staff? I'll call for the motion.
I'll move approval.
I'll second.
I have a first and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. 7D, adoption of new board policy 3555, nutritional program compliance. Staff presentation, please.
Thank you, President Alvarez. This new policy states that prohibited discrimination includes alleged discrimination based on race, color, national origin, age, sex, sexual orientation, gender identity, or disability. The policy also reflects the current language of the United States Department of Agriculture non-discrimination statement. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the new board policy 3555, nutrition program compliance.
Thank you. Any questions for staff?
I'll move approval.
I have a first and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
At this point, we will move forward to public comments on non-agendized items. We will have a reminder of your norms to use respectful language, be respectful of all speakers, do not cause disruptions, and adhere to time limits. During the portion of this meeting titled Public Comments on Non-Agendized Items, individual speakers will be allowed up to 3 minutes total to address the board on non-agenda items. While the total time per speaker for a given topic may be slightly reduced in certain circumstances, all persons wishing to address the board will have a meaningful opportunity to do so during this meeting. However, the total time for public input may be limited to 20 minutes per item or topic. An individual may only turn in one public comment card for the public comments on non-agendized items per board meeting. Thank you.
We have 7 speakers. Our first 3 will be Willie Buchanan, Michael Mitchell, and Emily Richmond.
Good evening. My name is Willie Buchanan, and I would like to thank Oceanside Unified School District for their community bond programs, which afforded us to get some new facilities here around in our community. So that I am very thankful for. I worked in Oceanside School District for over 40 years, and currently I am a coach at Oceanside High School. I have pride in the things that I see at Oceanside High School, and I am one of 4 generations of Buchanans that have attended Oceanside High School. My mom was the first black to graduate from Oceanside High School. My father, the Reverend Vance Buchanan, who's this park to the right of us is named after, was worked for Oceanside School District as a janitor and a bus driver. He and the things that he's done and seen and set forth in my life gets me to do the things that I do now. We have recently just redid a football stadium and track, and I'm really concerned about the quality of work that was done at the center. One of the things I look for, and I've seen this football stadium develop. When I was in my before my teens, my father used to go up to the high school. He set the flags out for Oceanside football games, so I know what the field looks like. And I take pride in the field that we have. When we had our field and stadium redone, there are a lot of things that were done, and most of the things weren't finished. When they told me that the product was finished, I told them they need to come back up and see the things that they need to see, because we cannot let the contractors off on doing shoddy work. And believe me, it's shoddy work that's being done up there. I feel sorry for El Camino, who's so far behind what we are right now as far as finishing our stadium. So one of the things that we need to look at is the people that come up from the district that works for you guys
to make sure that they do the job that they're supposed to be doing. Because one of the things that we had up there is the head coach, track coach, and myself, we went around the stadium, looked at all the flaws in the stadium and in the track. And as you can see, and I don't know if you know this, but the logo in the middle of the football field is off. The lines on some of the track things are off. The colors of the track are off. So those are the things that I'm looking at to see if we can have somebody come up and correct.
Thank you, Mr. Buchanan, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Good evening, board. Good evening, cabinet. I'm Michael Mitchell. I have one child that's in 6th grade here at Chavez Middle School and another that's in 5th grade at Fusai Elementary School. The reason I'm up here tonight is that I want to sound an alarm about instruction and curriculum. I've talked to the various staff, with the cabinet, and I'm not happy. I'm at the point now where trying to decide if I want to keep the kids in the district or just pull them out altogether. And what it's coming down to is the mathematics. And what the trend that what I recognize with my two kids is that when the oldest was in 5th grade, nothing came home. There was no reinforcement of topics or ideas or concepts when it came to mathematics or anything that came home for homework. So it came to the end of the year, and there was a whole, where at Reynolds, they were consolidated to Fusai, and a whole host of issues popped up. And so one of the other issues that popped up is that my oldest scored low on her state testing. And so they put her into the math intervention here at Chavez. And I was excited about it because I thought this would be an opportunity for her to catch up and to have extra guided attention. Sat down with the principal, and I told her my concerns about her being the interventionist is that the two math, the core math and the intervention math, they're incongruent. They don't go together. And so essentially what she's doing is 2 math classes at one time for a 6th grader, where she's brand new to the school, brand new to middle school, and she's trying to adhere to all these topics thrown at her all at one time. And I've been asking, for the intervention, there's no book, there's no textbook, it's just notes that come home. And so you ask, and it's like, oh, there's YouTube videos, there's things that don't come home, but it's like and I know there's a new math adoption, but there isn't really an integrated ecosystem to help our students out. And one of the things that, if you notice, I looked at the metrics for our school district, is our brown and black students are doing poorly in mathematics. And this is the point where in middle school and in 5th grade, where they're not getting the support, and there's incongruent and inconsistencies where they're not being supported, and the parents are being supported at home, where they're falling off the track. Another point, too, is that in tandem with this, is that the computers that our students use, they cannot be used at the public system for oversight of public library. I know I'm out of time, so thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mitchell.
Thank you. I just passed out the 21, 22, and 22, 23 Smarter Balanced test results. And I'd like to highlight 4 of the 23 schools who increased the English language arts, and the math results. Oceanside High School, English was 2.33%, math was 3.96%. Laurel, little old Laurel, they increased 3.65%, and
in English and 2.25 in math. McCullough, they increased 9.01% and 8.75% in math. Santa Margarita, 2.09% and 3.82%. I'd like to thank those teachers who have already left and their staff who supported them for such great scores in both English language arts and math. There's also many disappointing decreases. I know there are many factors involved in overall stats. I hope your leadership has evaluated and has personnel and resources to help the teachers. I was expecting the superintendent to have a school's student plan for student achievement on the agenda like last year in November. I would like the school board to reinforce transparency that we're always hearing from your superintendents. I was also expecting a presentation and action plans for those of us from the community can be assured that the administration and district people are doing their jobs, which is first and foremost educating the children in Oceanside. Considering I met with Dr. Lawrence about last year's school board meeting, I hope Dr. Vitale would have let him make a presentation about the smarter balanced test results, like many other school districts in our area have just.
Speakers will be Todd Madison, Brad Tobias, and Michael Richardson.
All right, thanks. So tonight, the big deal is labor negotiations, it appears. So great to see our awesome teachers here. To recap the real numbers from actual OUSD pay records, last year median total compensation of an OUSD teacher is $128,000. Doesn't include the bonus raise last December. At that end, we're probably close to $135K right now. I mean, 135,000 crumbs, to quote Tiffany. For comparison, data shows 63% of our families qualify for free lunch. Threshold for that is $39,000 for a family of 4, 63%. Those people may not consider 135K to be crumbs. I reviewed the latest proposals in the negotiation, and believe it or not, I hope you're all sitting down, I think you're doing a good job. I think that the district makes sense in their proposal. For once, I'm on your side. Save the video. We have a fiscal cliff ahead. Giving out huge bonus raises right now would be about the dumbest financial move we could possibly make. After a decade of giving every spare dollar to adults, barely 40% of our kids are proficient in English and a miserable 29% in math, as we just heard from Michael. Spending has gone up 3 times faster than inflation. Academic performance is flat or down. Actual data shows that doesn't work. HR has no data showing teachers leaving for other districts or other jobs in private industry. That's not a problem we have. The budget shows we're running an ongoing deficit. The OTA proposal increases that by $13 million a year, not without accommodating the ultimate Me Too raises. Adding to the deficit to do something that we've already proven doesn't work to improve education would certainly improve adult compensation. It would end up being about $150,000 a year if we agreed to the OTA proposal. As I've always said, I'm very happy we pay teachers well. I would never advocate we cut anything, but maybe it's time to focus more spending on kids. Radical concept. What if the district and OTA compromised on the total cost to increase equivalent to a 6% raise? We put half that in to pay for adults, the rest in the things that actually benefit kids. That half would be $3.4 million. If we spent 80% of that on class size reduction, we'd cut classes by a couple of kids. I'd like to get a show of hands from teachers who like smaller class sizes, but they all left. Only 10% of that could increase starting teacher pay rates by $5,000 a year. How many starting teachers would like to have an extra $5,000 a year? The last 10%, we could fund $150 for each classroom for supplies every year. How many teachers would like to have more money for their classroom supplies? So to steal from Tiffany, shouldn't kids be our first priority? Isn't that what we do here at Oceanside? Shouldn't we educate and improve that? Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, good evening, board. If you don't mind, I'm going to walk up to you, just because I have visuals that I want to show you all. All right, this is a book in our libraries. It's called Genderware, And as you see, it's very, all right, so here, I'll just walk around, but
It's just so hard to see.
yeah, I know, got it.
Sorry.
I know, I'm not,
Sorry.
I don't know, I'm not. So I'll explain it. So in this picture, there's an oral demonstration from one man onto another man. It's a cartoon, it's not real life, so this is not porn, but it's as close to porn as it gets. All right, there's other pictures of just different sexual content, talking about just some egregious things. I mean, in this picture alone, I can see some testicles. Yes, it's a cartoon. But I'm showing you this, I'm saying this, because, let's be honest, teenagers are easily distracted. And I think it's this kind of stuff that's causing them to be distracted, which can be a contributing factor to lower test scores, to behavior. We have a lot of hardworking teachers in this district. I respect the heck out of teachers. I wouldn't be the man I am today if it wasn't for teachers pushing me, educating me, training me, and just giving me a chance. They deserve a lot. I got family members who are teachers, but you have some students, snickering, doing like the that sounds terrible. All right, you have some students that are just being terrible, just snickering at something they're watching out of what they got in the library. I mean, I'm assuming you all are a bunch of teachers, so that would be distracting, and that would really just take away from the educational environment, and that's why we're here, to educate the students, to educate the future generations of our city, of our state, of our nation. A lot of these students are military, so they're going to go from here to North Carolina, to Missouri, to wherever they want to go. And coming from North Carolina, being a member of or product of the Missouri education system, I feel like you guys are that the policies and the content is not benefiting the students. And that's all I'm saying. We need you guys to step up. We need your policies to step up. Thank you.
Well, here we are again. You people just have no shame. First you took away the television coverage, then you limited the amount of time we can talk. And tonight you made the agenda unreadable. It just boggles my mind. We were here almost a year ago, almost to the day, and we talked about the test scores for that previous year. And they were not good. And the subject was buried in the consent calendar. I don't know why it was not the top subject, because that's what your business is. Now this year, the test scores are buried in the closet. Nobody has seen them except those of us who dug deep and hard. But the fact is that the results are no better. After a year, last year, you put out a 140-page document of useless jargon that basically said that the Oceanside Unified School District will provide a rigorous course of study for all students to ensure that students advance academically and graduate college. First of all, I don't know if you want everybody to go to college, but you spent a year in all of your $200,000 to $300,000 salaries. Mercedes, I'm sure you spent weeks and weeks on that document writing it. It's just totally useless because it didn't work. Your results this 22-23 are just as bad. You did improve a little in math, but you went down a little. We're talking 0.54. I just don't understand how you can sit here every month in and month out. You hear us come and pour out our hearts about what we think would be good for kids. You probably wonder why an 82-year-old guy cares. Well, I care because my heart was in these schools. I went to these schools when they were excellent, when they were the best. And I'm just sad for what they've become. I wish that you would tackle some of these issues and get rid of all of the distractions that take the teacher's time away from the basics. Thank you.
Our last speaker is Olivia O'Shaughnessy.
Good evening, Dr. Vitale, board, other people sitting up there this evening. My name is Maria Alshama. I use she or hers pronouns. And I'm the district social worker and also the LGBTQ youth liaison for our district here. And I'm here tonight to talk about Transgender Awareness Week. That's what we're in the middle of right now. And I thought it was a really important time to bring this here. I'm proud to work for a district that is staying true to the California laws that we have on the books that really support and help this very vulnerable population thrive. It's an important time to consider learning more about this vibrant community of people. According to the Williams Institute of UCLA, there are about 1.6 million transgender people over the age of 13 in the US. And there's lots of ways for us to consider helping this important population to help them learn, grow, thrive, feel welcomed at their schools, feel affirmed and like they belong and that they're loved. One thing is to just learn more about the community. I'm always a resource for anybody up here, anybody in the room, but there's lots of other ways to learn. Using the pronoun and names that students ask us to use is a huge way to help them feel like they are seen and heard and welcomed in our schools. It's literally life-saving. The statistics bear that out. Offering your own pronouns, like I did when I got up here. That's a way of letting people know, hey, you're welcome here. I feel like you would belong here. Being a visible ally. So if I were to look into a classroom, how would I know as a trans student that that classroom, that teacher might be welcoming to me, that counselor's office, whatever it may be, the principal or admin office. So putting visible signs of support up are really important for our students. Interrupting anti-trans language and any harassment at all times is super important. Just a personal story, one of my own kids is trans. I also have a nephew who's trans, and I love them dearly. I wouldn't change them for anything in the world. When my kiddo came out to me, it was a really important moment between the two of us. It would have been, I can't even imagine how different it would have been if I had had like a principal or a teacher or somebody call me because they found that out about my kid and told me before my kid could tell me in their own words. And so I just applaud this district. I'm proud to be part of this district. I'm proud to be part of the DEI and Student Supports Department to do this vital work for these students and all the students in our district. Thank you.
Thank you.
At this time, we will call the meeting adjourned at 7:14.